Hi there. A few times people have asked me about transposing. So what do I mean by transposing? So you could have a song that's in C, F, G7, C, just for instance. So if you want to transpose it and do it in another key, let's say we're going to do it in A, we'd have the same sound but in a different pitch. Which is A, D, E7, back to A again. So you usually have similar groups of chords all bunched together. So if you want to transpose it to get into a key that's easy to sing, or transpose it into a key that's easy to play, if it's in Fs and B flats and you don't like to play those, or E, that's another one. I never play E. I always change it into a key that I know. Then transposing for basic chords is quite simple. So if you go to the ukulelecoach.com, then you can find the how to transpose your chords on the ukulele, and I've put it into a little PDF, little ebook that you can download and have a look. Right, so I'm just going to show you what's in the little ebook, and I'm going to talk through the how to transpose your chords. So that's what it'll look like, how to transpose your chords on the ukulele, and without damaging your dimage or vandalizing your voice box. Because if you're singing in the wrong key, you might find that I'm not a very good singer, but it actually could be just down to your key. You've not got the right pitch or the right key. Okay, so this is what my basic chord chart looks like to transpose your chords. As you can see across the top, it's got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and down the left hand side, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, or B flat actually it is, and we're using B flat for the ukulele. Okay, so how this works is, let's say you've got the song, and we're going to use the song Bad Moon Rising. So there you see just a little bit of the verse there. So I see a Bad Moon Rising starting off with C, going through to G7 and then F, and there's only those three chords in the whole song. So how are we going to use the chord transposing chart? So as you can see across the top, I've highlighted in a sort of mucky blue grey. It was blue on my computer. The row that begins with the chord of C, and I've highlighted the C in red. And across that top, you'll then see the other chords in the song, F and G7. It's actually a G major in the chart. That's fine. You can use sevenths and minors and quite basic chords in there. So if it says A7, or you can just use the A and just add the seventh to it. So I've added it there for you. It's a G7, just to make it simpler. Okay, and then as you see underneath, the next row that I've highlighted is the row beginning with G. That's because if you look from the C and you look down into the G, we're transposing from C to G. Okay, so then what you're going to do is from the C, you'll go to G, from the F in the same row that the G is in, now you then turn the F into a C, and the G, which we're going to turn to a G7. If you look directly underneath, and it corresponds with the chord of G, is a D, but we've turned it into a seventh, and so it's the D7. So that's really the basics of transposing the chords. So if we then apply that to the song, as you can see, the original has got C, G7, F, C. Because we've changed it, you then write G, D7, C and G. And it'll play, honestly, it'll play fine. I've got the original in C. I see a bad moon rising. And now we're going to play in G. So we've got, just need to pitch, I see a bad moon rising. So it's a bit low for me. I'm much more of a C person. Okay, so that's transposing it. So that's how it works with that song. Now, if we go back to the chord chart again, you'll see it also works as well as in rows like we did before. It can work in columns as well. So let's say we've got a song in D, that's highlighted in blue, and we want to transpose it into F, that's highlighted in pink. So where you've got D, which is your main chord, is now played in play F. And if you've got the song Bad Moon Rising, it would be D, A7 and G. So if we look at the A, which will turn into a seventh and go across into the pink column, and that will be then a C, that's a C, so you play the C7. And where you've got G, let's have a look, from the G in the blue column to across into the pink column is a B flat. And if we just look at how that works out in the song, so you've got D, A7 and G, and what that will sound like is, I see a bad moon rising. In F, so I've just got to pitch my ear for it. I see a bad moon rising. It's very sunny here today, and I think my ukulele needs tuning. Another way you can transpose is you can do it numerically, because you can count up and down the scale. You do need to understand the basic musical scale, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then you go up to a high C. And to remind you of how that works, if you think of The Sound of Music, the song Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Just on the chart I haven't put the high C on. So how you can use that is, let's have a look. If we look at the chord chart, we've got the song in D, and we want to change it to F. So D is your first one, and you count D, E, F, that's up 2 places. And then if it's G, G, A, B, 1, 2, you play B flat, B flat. And from the A, that would be, if you were playing it in the key of D, you'd have A7, you'd go A, B, C, and play it in the C7. Okay, so yeah, so if you were if you didn't have the piece of paper and the chart with you, then you could do it by adding up or down, adding or subtracting. So if it was A and you wanted to go down into G, you go down 1. So that's where you have to sort of know the musical scale. Okay, so and you can also, if you've got an song in A minor or D minor or minor, you can use exactly the same framework to you just change the new destination key and chord into minors. So it probably gets a little bit more fiddly if you're looking at A addition 9, 7th diminished. Actually, I don't think I'd even like to play those. And flats and sharps are a bit fiddly as well. But for very basic songs and very basic chords, you can now transpose it if you've got no other way of transposing it. So I hope you enjoy transposing. I'm probably finding a nice key for you to play or singing, and have lots and lots of fun with it. Okay, see you in the next video. All being well.